my sister's gonna be hearing me. Go watch my other video I'm gonna post. But I'm gonna post this video last, so you could hear it. Last time I did this one last, though. Not really last. I'm trying to show you new faces, but it's called Ivy and Bean. I'm gonna read you the first chapter since I don't really remember this. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, can you wait a minute so I can finish? Oh, and I saw this in my class once, but I also got this little book, Top Secret. So if you want to go get this, you just gotta order that. Since I want a chapter book, so I got the first one. Let's go. Gotta read loud. Teacher knows when she reads to us. The first chapter is called No Thanks. This is Bean. Before Bean met Ivy, she didn't like her. Bean's mother was always saying that Bean should try playing with the new girls across the street. But she didn't want to. She's 7 years. Wait, guys. Old. Just like you, said her mother. And she seems like such a nice girl. You could be friends. Well, not really friends. They could be best friends. Like me and Anaya, so go check that out. I'm going to ask her to send videos to me. And I'll put them on my tablet. And I'll put my tablet on here. And then you guys can see us together. Only if she says yes. I already have friends, said Bean. And that was true. That was absolutely true. I read this. Bean did have a lot of friends, but she didn't want to play with Ivy because her mother was Ivy did seem like such a nice girl. Even from across the street, she looked nice, but Bean knew is another word for being boring. Ivy sat nicely on her front steps. Bean zipped around her yard and yelled. Ivy had long curly red hair, pushed back with a sparkly headband. Bean's hair was black and it only came to her chin because it got tangled if it was any longer. When Bean put a headband, it fell off. Ivy wore a dress every day. Bean wore a dress, and her mother made her. Ivy was always reading a book. Bean never read books. Reading made her jumpy. Bean was sure that Ivy never stomped in puddles. She was sure that Ivy never smashed rocks to find gold. Hit that like and subscribe button, by the way. She was sure that Ivy had never once in her whole life climbed a tree and fallen out. Bean got bored and just looking at her mother. So when her mother said she should play with Ivy, Bean just shook her head. No! Think, she said. You could give it a try. You might like her, said Bean's mom. All aboard. Next train for boring is leaving now, yelled Bean. Night. Her mother frowned. That's not very nice, Bean. I was nice too. I said no thanks, said Bean. I just don't want to. Okay? I just don't want to. Okay, no, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, her mother sighed. Have it your way. So, for weeks and weeks, Bean didn't play with Ivy. But one day, something happened and changed her mind. Sorry, I have kind of crazy faces because I'm reading, and I kind of have crazy faces when I'm reading for some reason. I might delete this Let's go. Next chapter, guys. Next chapter. I think we can be able to finish this one. I forgot there's kind of a bad word in them. So if you hear a beep, that's when there's a bad word. Cause one time there was the S word. It was hush. Sh. Bean hatches a plan. It all began because Bean was playing a trick on her older sister. Bean's older sister was named Nancy. She was 11. Nancy thought Bean was a pain and a pest. Bean thought Nancy was a boogerhead. Ever since she turned 11, Nancy had been acting like she was Bean's mother. She ordered Bean around in a grown-up voice. Come, comb your hair. No more pretzels. Brush your teeth. Say please. I should probably guys, so don't worry about this. Bean's mother said that Nancy was going through a stage. Bean knew that was that meant Nancy was bossy Bean. Also knew that nobody likes bossy kids, so she was trying to help. How she helped the bug Nancy until Nancy freaked out. Bean thought this was pretty helpful. The afternoon that Bean got her great idea. She was shopping with her mom and Nancy. Is you fancy lady? Sorry for laughing, guys. Actually, Bean was being dragged along by her mom, and Nancy Bean hated. Shopping Nancy loved it. Nancy was trying on skirts, lots of skirts. She put on a purple skirt. She looked at her front in the mirror when she turned to the side. When she turned around, she tried to look at her behind. Looks good, said Bean. Let's go. Be patient. Just a little longer, Bean, said Bean's mother. I think it's cute, honey, she said to Nancy. Nancy looked in the mirror. Some more, do you think? The pockets are dumb. I like the pockets, said Bean. Said Mom. Mama jeans. Get it. Moaned Bean. She had never been so bored in her entire life. She was so bored and she fell on the floor. Then she took a tiny peek up at the lady in the dressing room next door. Yo, get up, Bean, said her mother. This minute, Bean got up and sat on the triangle. See again, she waited. Nancy looked at herself. I kind of like it, Nancy said, but it cost $40. That's all my money. I could get 2 skirts for $40. Don't be right. What? Tidywood? Said Bean. She just had learned that word. It meant someone who didn't like to spend money. I love spending money, though. That's kind of not offensive. She better shut her mouth. You better. Okay. This is the last chapter we're reading. Not on the next chapter, but we're going to finish this one and end. Don't call your sister a white, said Bean's mother. Bean saw Nancy's eyes. looking at her in the mirror. Twilight Bean's mouth was out with any sound. Nancy's eye got narrow and so quick that her mother didn't see the stuck out her tongue. Then Nancy turned to their mother and said, "I think this skirt costs too much, Mom. I think I'd rather try on some tops." Bean knew that Nancy was being slow on purpose, just to drive her crazy. Bean thought about kicking her in the shin, but then she also got an idea. It was a great idea. It was helpful. Also a helpful idea. One great idea. It was also a helpful idea. One that would teach Nancy not to be such a Twilight. And best of all, her idea would make Nancy freak out. "You'll be sorry," Bean mouthed to Nancy. So guys, what's in here? So we'll not get in. Let's end the video here. So make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. This is the longest video I made, so better appreciate.